This is CURRAN BHATIA, backstage at the Canelo Jacobs press conference. I'm here with Chris Algieri. Chris, take us through your last fight. It was on the zone. How did it go for you?
It was a good night. We got out there and we were aggressive early. My opponent was backing away a lot, which I was surprised. I thought he was going to really come right at me right from the get-go, but he kind of stayed away, stayed on the outside for the first couple of rounds, and didn't. It was kind of an aggravating way to fight, but it is what it is. And then he came on late after I got headbutted. But we just stayed smart, countered, moved, protected the eye, and came out with the victory.
So I talked to your manager, Keith Connolly, and he said that you were actually dealing with the flu. Is that true? Is that why you kind of were doing your thing early and then you started to fade a little bit late? Is that what happened?
It was. I was in bed all day, like the morning of the fight. But it is what it is, and you got to fight. There's no excuses. You can't pull out. You can pull out of fights, but I wasn't going to pull out of that fight. It was just strange for me to have such inconsistent energy levels. Even in the beginning rounds, I just felt very much like I was having trouble just kind of finding my gear. But you make do, and when you're a professional, not every work day is a fun day. You got to go to work even when you're sick, and you got to make it happen.
So the Chris Algieri style, when we first saw you, was very technical, and then it was a little bbit, getting out of the cage, a little more aggressive, and it seemed like you're going back a little bit more to the technical, working the jab, working from the outside. What's going to be your style going forward?
To be a champion, to be the top guy, you got to be able to beat many different styles, and you got to utilize different aspects of the game. So, I've been known as a boxer. In the Amir Khan fight, I was very aggressive. I've got both in the bag. So that's kind of where we're at now. As your career goes, you kind of build your arsenal and build your tool chest, as my trainer Andre Razier calls it. So now we're just adding more tools to the chest, and whatever the fight calls for. If we got guys that I need to box, we'll go out there and box. We got guys that I need to go after, I can go after. It's just good to be able to have both in the chest.
So we're here for the Canelo Jacobs card. You've obviously helped Jacobs as a nutritionist and been by his side. How's his camp been, and what is your prediction for that fight?
It's really early in camp so far. It's pretty much the pre-camp. He's got the press tour coming up, which will be going for the next couple of days. But it's been a great start. He's super motivated. Obviously, this is a huge fight, the biggest fight that can be made for him. It's a fight that he's wanted and been calling out for years. So the motivation's there, the hunger is there, and honestly, from a third eye, from a coach's perspective, I'm really happy with where things are going right now.
And let's just look forward a little bit for your career. You've fought Pacquiao, Amir Khan, Errol Spence, the top names in boxing. When you first turned pro, if I told you you'd be fighting in Macau against Manny Pacquiao headlining, you'd probably think that was amazing, right? So where is the arc of your career now? Do you still want to fight the top names in the sport? What do you want to achieve in boxing at this point?
I always say if you don't think you can be the best of your division, in this sport, then there's no reason to be here. I don't fight for money. I'm not fighting to just to fight. Like, I want to be champion, and I can see myself being a 140-pound world champion, super lightweight champ. So that's why we're here.
Thanks, Chris.